If you are not investing in ETFs, you are running the risk of losing most of your hard-earned invested money. Everyone is talking about individual stocks, which are extremely attractive, but with ETFs, you invest the easy way. And today, I am going to share with you the best performing ETFs on the JSE right now. One of these ETF would have given you a profit of 80% in 1 year if you invested in it. If you are ready to make your money work harder for you without risking losing it, then this video is for you. Hi guys, how's it going? It's Rhodium ETF and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Before I get into this video, please note that none of my videos constitute as financial advice. This is not financial advice. I am sharing with you the best performing ETFs on the JSE. It is not an instruction to go buy them. These are going to be the top 6 best performing ETFs, and I will start from the bottom. And if you are not so sure what ETFs are and you need a bit of education on that, I will link down below a video on ETFs and you can just go and check it out so that you can have a better understanding of what ETFs are and understand why we say ETFs are the easiest and safest way to invest. So at number 6, I have the top 40. I have selected the Satrix because I just selected it. This is not to say that there's only one top 40 ETF that is best performing and that's the Satrix top 40 ETF. There are a number of companies offering the same ETF and the performance is going to be the same. And that is something to note when you invest in ETFs, that you don't have to buy all the top 40 ETF, you only have to choose one. And the one thing to factor when you go and choose one ETF from these other companies is to look at the expense ratio. The video that I have linked in my description box will help you with that. So with the top 40 ETF, we know that this is an ETF that includes 40 largest companies on the JSE. And if we look at the 1 year movement, it is up by 28.33%. And if you have been investing in it for quite some time, I'm pretty sure that in your portfolio, it's way above 28%. As for me, I have been investing in it for I think 2 to 3 years and I am up 35%. So it's up 28.33% in 1 year. And honestly, this is way too attractive to have something that is going to give you 28%. But again, I do have at my top one, the one that would have returned you 80%. And that's what we are going to see when the video progresses. And the top 40 is that ETF that South Africans we love. I believe that most of us do have this ETF in our portfolios, and it's because it's that one ETF that we know for a fact that it performs the best. And I have realized that this ETF, it performs more or less the same as the Satrix capped all share, and that is the ETF that looks at the entire JSE market. So even that one, it is the best performing. I just don't have it in my top 6, but in my portfolio it's moving the same way as the top 40 ETF. So you can just go and check it out. And for diversification purposes, I love investing in ETFs that are well diversified, and the Satrix capped all share is that one for me. And this ETF do pay dividends. We see there that it pays dividends and it pays them quarterly. So to see the current dividend yield, if you download the fact sheet and scroll down, we do have a distribution yield there. That's the same as a dividend yield. So it's 2.83%. And then now moving on to the next one, we have the Rafi 40, and here they say that it includes those companies best ranked on fundamental factors. It uses 4 fundamental measures when ranking a company: sales, cash flow, book value, and dividends. So you are clear on how this one is different to the top 41. So if we look at the performance in the past year, it's up 26.93%, which is also a good one. And let's see if it pays dividends. It does pay dividends monthly, but it reinvests dividends. And this is to say that you are not going to get dividends because the fund automatically reinvests the dividends. So don't get so confused when you see that once you bought it, you are not receiving any dividends. It's because it reinvests the dividends. And let's see how much the dividend yield is. So it's 2.64%. And this is something that I share all the time. I think I have shared this multiple times on this channel and even in my coaching sessions, that you need to be clear on the dividend yield of these ETFs. The very same way that we do with stocks, even with ETFs, you have to be sure of the dividend yield, because that will tell you what your focus is with the ETF. Either it's growth or dividends, you have to be sure. So with this one, we see that the dividend yield is just 2.64%. Don't be expecting miracles with these ETFs, because you will then be able to manage your expectations. And then the next one, I have the Platinum ETF. I think your Platinum, your Gold are really performing the best, honestly. And if you have companies that deal with gold, that have businesses in gold, you will know that they are performing the best, okay? So with the Platinum one, we see there that the 1 year movement is 43%. This really is too much. For 3%, you would have made almost half your money back if you had bought this ETF. And let's see if it pays dividends. It does not pay any dividends, so do not expect dividends with this one. And again, the very same principles that apply with stocks, they do apply with ETFs, that companies that do not pay dividends, we expect growth from them, and most of them, they do give us a lot in growth. So even with ETFs, you will actually get to realize that the ones that are heavily focused on dividends do not give you so much in growth. So it does not pay dividends, and I guess, you know, that's why the return is at 43%, over and above the fact that Platinum has been performing the best. And at number 3, we do have the Rhodium ETF. And this one as well, if you look at the 1 year movement, is 38.83%, right? And the Platinum one has performed way better than this one. And let's see if it pays dividends. It does not pay dividends. And you know, I say all the time that when you invest in ETFs, you have to make sure that you pick the best performing ETFs. And of course, when it comes to these ones that track gold, platinum, rhodium, you have to be sure about these ones, because it's a different asset class and it all depends on how gold is performing. So if maybe there's a bit of uncertainty on gold or platinum being the best performing in the coming few years, then you're gonna have an idea of what might happen with your ETF, because it tracks gold, platinum, or rhodium. So with these ones, you always have to be clued up on what is happening in the economy and which mineral is performing the best. And the next one, I have the Sharia top 40, right? So this one, let me see the description of the ETF. So here it says that is an investment instrument created to comply with the Islamic ethical investing. And it's different to the top 41, right? Because this one excludes companies that deal with alcohol, pork, gambling. So I would say it's like more on the religious side. So it's different to the top 41. And if we look at its performance in the past 1 year, it's up 45.43%, which is more than the top 41, because the top 40 was just a bit above 26%. And now at top 1, I have the Resi 10. This one, in the past year, it would have yielded you a growth rate of 80.11%. This is too much. And if we look at what this ETF is about, it includes 10 largest resource companies listed on the JSE, ranked by investable market cap. So let's look at the fact sheet and see which companies does it track the majority. And there we do see that the number 1 is Anglo American, and secondly Goldfield, BHP Group, Anglo Gold. And I have recently posted on my Facebook asking people what are the top 2 best performing stocks in their portfolios, and most of them actually have the gold companies. And I also do have Goldfields, and I have recently added it like probably 3 months ago, if not 2, and I am already up by 33%. So looking at how this mining companies, if I should, you know, put it that way, of course excluding the coal ones, they are performing the best. So it makes sense why this Resi ETF is up by 80%. And if we look at the dividend yield there, distribution yield is 3.51%, which I think is pretty much fair actually. 3.51%, I think it's quite fair. It's not too low, you know. So this being at number one, I am not shocked why it's at number one. And honestly, I think I'm gonna add this to my portfolio because I have only been focused on these ETFs that track the entire stock market. I mean, your S&Ps. I never thought about adding these other ones, right? And it's because I was just like, diversification, that's what I am all into. So this one, I might add it. I'll have to think about it and also look at other economical factors, because assets like gold, right, those ones, they thrive when the economy is not doing so well. So I have to be very much careful when I go and buy this ETF. But one thing I like about ETFs is that you hardly just ever lose money. Even if maybe the economy was to improve, I don't think it would just, you know, go deep into red, because these companies will still perform the best as well, you know, unlike when you just go and buy the gold ETF, to give an example. So I think this can be a great ETF to have in my portfolio. That's my thinking. So I really have to think about it. And yeah, these are the top 6 best performing ETFs on the JSE. And if you have an investment in any of this one, kindly comment down below with how much your growth rate is in the past year. And perhaps this might be encouraging to the next person to look to add one ETF that you have. Of course, they must go and do their own research, right? But please comment down below and don't forget to like and subscribe. And with that being said, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my next video.